In my Dharma message. So today we are going to chant a Shoshinge, which is a little bit longer sutra chanting than Jusege and the other usual one. Maybe 15 minutes long. And then the Shoshinge, the chanting itself starts page 33, but you can take a look at some explanation starting from page 31. And then, this is a kind of summary of Jodo Shinshu teaching, like 120 verses. Okay. Page 45. Going to page 45, the pitch goes up to G. And then the Shoshinge itself ends page 48. Okay. And then after that, usually we have a Nembutsu, reciting Namamida Butsu, Namamida Butsu, and then 6 hymns, Wasan Japanese hymns. But today, I'm going to change this format. Right after the Shoshinge, page 48, we would like to move on to, let's see, page 75. Is that okay? So, for 48, to jump to page 75, like 6 Nembutsu Nama Amida Butsu, and then Echo part 76. Okay. But traditionally, it's nice to have a Nembutsu and the Wasan part starting from page 49. Then maybe additional 10 minutes or so. Maybe so. I think some people feel kind of too long. So maybe next time, let's try this Wasan part. Okay. So again, so Choshinge starts page 33. The pitch is D, and then page 45, pitch goes up G. And then after page 48, please jump to page 75. Do you remember that? Okay, good. Wonderful. But don't be shy. If you can chant together, please chant louder. Okay. Kashigi ko hozo bosatsu niji zai seiji zai obusho token shobutsu jodo in kokudo ninnen shizenma 建立無常首相願長発慶右大具勢五公子有意思小樹十世名称文字法不法無量無変更無下無体公園の少女歓喜知恵子不断難事無所故超日学校精進説一切群上無故障本願名号少女語死心信行願に上等学書大涅槃必死滅度願成就如来所以公出世唯説弥陀本願会五辱悪事群上会王神如来如実言納発一年喜愛心不断煩悩徳涅槃凡上逆法再永入入手死入海一味摂取信仰上昇後意の水波無明は頓内心臓死運無上不真実新人天非如に幸福無無しげ妙無暗逆心謙虚大狂気即応超絶語悪臭一切全幕本部に門心如来偶勢が仏言古代小下者
善人名踏んだりけみだ仏本願念仏邪見教満なく衆生信行十字人人南南中市南昔インド祭天使論下中華自治域史こそ現代諸古聖書意妙如来本税置き釈迦如来両が千一種五名南天竺龍樹大自主とせ質の財派有無権先絶大乗無情報召喚議事昭安ら賢治南行六六信行異行指導楽億年弥陀仏本願次年即時入筆上唯意の上昇如来語お法大悲偶税音天神菩薩増論説奇妙無下光如来永主たら見真実光線の頂大誓願こういう本願力へこ異道群上昇一心記入苦毒大崩壊筆逆入大永修習特使蓮華造世界即昇進妙法精進有本の輪厳人図入生寺音寺王下本師鈍乱両天使上皇乱消防殺来三蔵ルシ十条教凡上宣行気楽法天神菩薩論中下報道因果見性願おげんねこゆたり少女死因唯心人枠前本部新人ポ承知生じ即涅槃必死無量光明道勝負修上回復家同社結晶道難所有意明浄土活入万全自力変言宗円満特語感染症三不三心慶音言増末放滅道品一生増悪地偶税死安尿解消妙化全道独妙仏性意公愛上三行逆悪公明明語見人念介入本願 三大一会行者少女金剛心狂気一年相互用意大と逆三人即所発祥市場楽原神公開一大教返帰安女官一切先祖出身反戦人法家二度小弁流極重悪人有意小物我薬剤非摂取中煩悩証言水不見大非無見上昇が本資源空妙仏教連民全幕本部に新宗教書後編集戦弱本願具悪性現来生じ臨伝下ケチ義上位少子即入弱上無意楽筆致新人異能入愚教大事修士等上際無変極上悪同族自主愚道心有意過心し高僧説
So please move to page 75.
ナマンダ平等性一切道本菩提心往生ナマンダーツナマンダーツナマンダーツナマンダーツナマンダーツナマンダーツナマンダーツナマンダー
If you are able, please rise to follow along with the Gatha Boundless Gift, which is on page 170 of the large service book. Then we'll move into Ondoku-san, which is on page 220 of the large service book. Please remain standing. I'll now recite the three treasures on page 8 of the largest service book. Please feel free to follow along. Three treasures. Hard is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not realize the truth in this life, when will it be realized? Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha. May we absorb ourselves in the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves the supreme will. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we be submerged in the depths of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we live in harmony in the great assembly as disciples of the Buddha and be free from all hindrances, becoming units of true accord in a life of harmony, in a spirit of universal oneness, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through myriad ages of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. We will now have a message from Reverend Kuwahara.
Good morning, everyone. おはようございます。Yeah, so many people today, ね especially younger folks. ね so this is great. ね maybe, I don't know, Judy will explain this later, but there is a BYR, Buddhist Youth Retreat, ね hosted by BCA Center for Buddhist Education. This is a kind of program for youth, and then they stay at the Jodo Shinshu Center and then receive a lecture and then develop their friendship, which is a really wonderful, event. So I don't know what time they went to bed last night, but yeah, I really appreciate so many, sleepy younger folks here. To join our Sunday service. ね、ありがとうございます。Thank you very much. ね、ありがとうございます。So, 出てきたかな。はい、Thank you, Tara. ありがとうございます。ね、Okay, so before I start my Dharma message, let me read this, how to listen to a Dharma message. So if you can, please put your hands together in Gassho. How to listen to a Dharma message. Listen as if I'm listening for the first time. Listen as if the message is for myself alone. Listen as if this is the last chance to listen to the Dharma. In Japanese, 弔問の心得。この度のこのご縁は初ごとと思うべし。この度のこのご縁は我一人のためと思うべし。この度のこのご縁は根性最後と思うべしと。ナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダーブツね。はい、ありがとう。Thank you very much. Again, thank you very much for attending today's service. So this is the last, the Sunday after Thanksgiving, which means the last Sunday of November. So December is on the corner. So yeah, the year 2022 will end soon. And then, months later or so, 2023 will start. I think we just celebrated the New Year a couple months ago. It's already November. Time flies. And then, this is a Sunday after Thanksgiving. And then, I hope you had a good time, Thanksgiving with your family or friend, forever. And I really appreciate so many people are here today. ありがとうございます. Thank you very much. Okay, so today I would like to share this passage composed by our founder, Shinran Shoni. So if you can, one more time, please put your hands together in Gassho. Contemplating the power of the Amida Buddha's primal vow, I see that no one who encounters it passes by in vain. It quickly brings to the fullness and perfection the great treasure ocean of virtues. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda. はい、ありがとうございます。So, as announced, it is Hoonko service. So, what is Hoonko? Let me put the English translation. So, Hoonko is a Japanese word, 3 Chinese characters. The English translation would be like a Shinran Shonin, the annual memorial service for our founder, Venerable Shinran, or in Japanese, Shinran Shonin. So these are the meanings of the Chinese characters of the title. The first Chinese character, ho, means repay or respond. The second Chinese character, on, means benevolence, or maybe like what we have received from Shinran Shoni, Venerable Shinran. The third Chinese character, ko, means like a gathering or service, or people congregate. So Hoonko is a service or memorial, service gathering in which we respond or repay to what we have received from Shinran Shoni, our founder Shinran Shoni. So let me share a little bit more about Hoonko service with this. So now you see the Shinran Shonin's family or family tree. So a couple weeks ago, we had a special service to show our appreciation, gratitude to 2 ladies. Eshinni, who is Shinran Shonin's wife of Venerable Shinran, and then Kakushinni, who is the youngest daughter between Shinran Shonin and then Eshinni. So especially Kakushinni, the youngest daughter, she played a very, very important role to establish the foundation, the ground foundation of our organization, Jodo Shinshu Buddhism. Today, I would like to focus on those 2 individuals. Now you see the blue and the orange boxes at the bottom. So one is Kakunyo Shoni, Master or Venerable Kakunyo. And then the other one is Rennyo Shoni, Master Rennyo. So who are they? So the first figure, first person, individual, is Kakunyo Shoni, Venerable Kakunyo, in the orange box. So as you can see, he's a grandson of Kakushinni, which means he's a grandson of Shinran Shoni. Okay. And then he was a Japanese Buddhist monk who lived in the 13th to 14th century. And then he's the 3rd Monshu, or spiritual leader of Jodo Shinshu tradition. And then he was the one who started this Hoonko memorial service on the occasion of Shinran Shonin, Venerable Shinran's 33rd memorial. And then that was 1294. So according to the lunar calendar, which was common in those days, Venerable Shinran passed away on November 28th in 1262. you see some people pay attention. Hey, sensei, Shinran Shonin passed away 1263. There's a kind of difference. Because I said the lunar calendar, it is November 28th, 1262. But if we use a solar calendar, it is January 16th, 1263. So I mean, this chart 1263 is a solar calendar. So some people who kind of studied Jodo Shinshu before, maybe you memorized, you knew the number 1262. Because Honganji, our tradition, used to use a lunar calendar, 1262. But a couple, not recently, a couple of decades ago, they decided to use a solar calendar. So now we use a 1263. But anyway, so Kakunyo Shonin, the Master Kakunyo, he started this tradition of Honko on the occasion of the 33rd memorial of the founder Shinran. And then that time, every month on the 28th, they had a memorial service to show appreciation, gratitude, founder Shinran. Then let me move on to the next figure, the person, Renyo Shonin. So he was also a Japanese Buddhist monk and then lived in the 15th century. And he was the eighth spiritual leader, Monshu. And then we call him like a second founder, because he developed the Jodo Shinshu like a nationwide Buddhist organization in Japan. So during his leadership, he changed the Hoonko to annual big observance from monthly memorial service. And he encouraged all members to come to, members throughout Japan, come to Honganji to attend the, Hoonko service. So today we have a 7-day Hoonko service at the Honganji in Kyoto, our mother temple. And thousands of people, members, attend this service every year. So, we have observed the Hoonko service since 1294. So how many years? Anybody good at mathematics? Anybody? 1200? No, 700? 28. ね。Oh, ミキさん早いね。Yeah. So the Hoonko service have a long history for over 700 years, 728 years. So I would say, so this is the most important service for the Jodo Shinshu Buddhists, especially to show our appreciation, gratitude to the founder, Shinran. So then let me ask you this question. So what did you receive from Venerable Shinran, right? So this is a Hoonko service is kind of to respond to what we have received from founder Shinran. So what do we receive from him? So as we deeply and then truly listen to the Dharma, we can receive many gifts, treasures, guidance from Jodo Shinshu teaching that Shinran Shonin revealed. And I would say such deep listening is a part of Jodo Shinshu practice. Deep listening is our practice. So today I brought this hymn composed by Venerable Shinran. He talks about the power of Amida Buddha's primal vow. Because of it, he says, no one who encounters it passes by in vain. Right? This Buddha's vow quickly brings the great treasure ocean of virtues to fullness and the perfection. It sounds great, right? But what does it mean? What does it really mean, right? So let me talk a little bit about Amida Buddha's primal vow now. So Amida Buddha's primal vow in Japanese Hongan can be explained in different ways. Here, let me rephrase it like this. So this Buddha has a sincere aspiration to guide each one of us, right, with the Buddha's wisdom, right, guidance with wisdom. And also, this Buddha Amida has a sincere aspiration to compassionately embrace all sentient beings, all beings, right, regardless of our social status, our health condition, or academic background, race, gender identity, and so forth. Right? No matter who we are, wherever we are, whenever we are in Amida Buddha's compassionate embrace. We are under the guidance of Amida Buddha's wisdom. So this is the essence of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism. So Venerable Shinran Shonin, dedicated his whole life to spread it. So then, why does this Buddha Amida try to embrace all beings, all of us? Why do we need the guidance of Amida Buddha, right? So let me use these illustrations. Say, this is a kind of our everyday life. Many of us want or expect like a flat or smooth, easy, path or life, right? But as you know, the reality is our life is a bumpy road filled with kind of ups and downs, right? I would say Buddha's guidance or wisdom enables us to endure or deal with challenges and difficulties in our everyday life. Not only downs or difficult situations, but Amida Buddha's guidance makes us more appreciative or maybe open our eyes and enables us to find more positives in positive or favorable situations. Right? So this Buddha Amida won't change the situation physically or won't remove challenges, difficulties, miraculously. But this Buddha's, wisdom and compassion changes us internally so that we can deal with difficulties, challenges, situations, differently. And this is another analogy. You see new, illustrations. So this is kind of another analogy that I use to explain Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, or maybe essentially Buddhism itself. Okay. So sometimes we need to fix things. Right? I know at our temple, there are many handy, very skillful people, and then they fix many things for free. Thank you for your dana. And then to fix things, sometimes we need tools. Right? However, sometimes we cannot tools. Then the case, we need to deal with situations or troubles without tools. If we are skillful enough, we could fix things using other tools or figuring out different ways. Then how about religious teachings? I know some teachings may give us kind of tools that temporarily work for individual issues, right? And sometimes we just look for those individual tools. However, in other cases or issues, we need to find another, appropriate tools, right? So one tool kind of for one situation. But not relying on, individual tools, if we become, skillful enough, then I'd say we can deal with, or overcome issues without tools. I mean, like this. So I think Jodo Shinshu Buddhism is kind of, we become like a handyman, right? Or skillful man. Yeah. So Amida Buddha, I would say Amida Buddha's guidance is not the kind of tool to deal with individual issues, but it changes us, our subject itself or internally, so that we come to able to deal with any issues in a better or different ways. So now let me share some examples of individuals who encountered wisdom and compassion and then received the power of Amida Buddha. The first is Mrs. Ayako Suzuki. She passed away at the age of 47 due to cancer. I'm now 47, age 47, same age. And I think she had 3 or 4 children. But due to cancer, she had to, leave. Of course, she had a hard time to accept and deal with the situation cancer. But a teaching of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism helped her, and then she could complete her life with Amida Buddha's wisdom and compassion. And she composed many, many poems. And then this is one of them. And she said, I've received the strength, power from the Nembutsu teaching to accept who I am now without any resistance. And then another example is Mr. Scott Morris. Who was a member of OCBC, Orange County Buddhist Temple. And this is a quote from Bishop Harada's book. So he had a ALS, which is a kind of difficult disease. There is no treatment. So this is a poem he composed. I have ALS and I'm grateful. I'm grateful to retire early to be with my family. I'm grateful I have family and friends that are so supportive and helpful. I'm grateful I can still walk and get around. When that is gone, I'm grateful I can still use my hands to feed myself. When that is gone, I'm grateful I can still breathe and laugh and feel. When that is gone, I'm grateful I had a wonderful life. And when that is gone, Namo Amida Butsu. So, as a member of Orange County Buddhist Temple, he attended the Sunday service, listened to the Dharma, and then this is the way he discovered to deal with his, illness, ALS. But, without complaining or, avoiding his situation, he accepted who he was. And then even he showed, appreciation, gratitude to the people around him or even to his life, right? So this is, kind of example of how, the power of Amida changes us, right? Not only those two, individuals, there are many people who receive the guidance and the power from Amida Buddha, the teaching of Amida Buddha, which Venerable Shinran dedicatedly developed and then shared with many people. So it is my sincere hope that each of us deeply listen to the teaching and encounters Amida Buddha's wisdom and compassion and live the profound life. So again, thank you very much for attending today's Berkeley Buddhist Temple Hoon service. Please let me conclude my Dharma message leading Shinran Shonin's passage one more time. So if you can, please put your hands together in Gasho. Contemplating the power of Amida Buddha's primal vow, I see that no one who encounters it passes by in vain. It quickly brings to fullness and perfection the great treasure ocean of virtues. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you, Reverend Kuwahara. Oh, sorry. I think we'll all try to remember that idea of wisdom for guidance and compassion being it to embrace us, and how it all to come together in saying them. We have a guest who's joined us today. If Emily would like to stand or wave, we'd like to just say hello. Thank you for joining us. We also have a very large contingent from the BYR group who are over at the Jodo Shinshu Center this weekend. Would you also stand and we can welcome you? Are you guys from throughout California or primarily the Bay Area?
Yes, we're from throughout California. So we come from Sacramento. We had somebody from Hawaii come in, a couple people from Oregon. So it's a very big, large group here with us today.
Oh, we're so glad you guys were able to get together. That's great, yes. I'll now read some announcements that have been submitted. And if you have any announcements to read at Sunday service, please send them in to the temple office by the Friday before service, and we can be sure to include them in the list. And we thank Rumi for always tracking this for us. There is a Berkeley Buddhist Temple Dharma, our monthly online study session. There's a link on our website if you'd like to join us. It's Wednesday, November 30th, in a couple days at 6:30. And the topic is coping with disease at old age. Very relevant for some of us. Virtual yoga, which will be led by Hitomi Okusan on December 4th, today, next week, right after service. We also have an online meditation and discussion session again, Wednesday, December 7th at 7 p.m. Again, please go to our website to sign up, and you can attend from wherever you are. We have an annual temple cleanup happening on December 11th at 8:30 in the morning. We haven't done this in a number of years because of COVID, so we would appreciate any hands that can show up to help us look in the nooks and crannies and clean out any dust we've accumulated. The Jodo Shinshu Center parking will be available again next Sunday. The gates open at 9 and close promptly at 9:30. The Berkeley Buddhist Temple High School class is requesting donations again this year for their Share the Spirit 2022 fundraising campaign for Building Futures. Building Futures' mission is to build communities with underserved individuals and families where they are safely and supportively housed, free from homelessness and domestic violence. There are 3 ways to give. Our goal of raising $3,000 to donate online, to purchase a gift card from Walmart, Target, Safeway, Visa, or a gas station. You can give it to one of the high school students or Karen Sensei. You can also write a check directly to Building Futures, and again, give it to one of the high school students or Karen Sensei. They are hoping to have all donations in by December 11th so that they can pass it on to Building Futures and continue their really, really good work. For thank you announcements, we would like to thank Bradley, Myron, Romer, David, and Vernon for their help during today's live streaming, Tony and Ryan for monitoring the chat room on our YouTube channel, Emiko, Diai, and the Sangha singers for leading the Gatha so beautifully today, and November Toban for preparing the refreshments that everyone is invited to enjoy after service. And that concludes today's service. We would like to thank everyone for coming today in person or virtually, and we look forward to seeing you again next Sunday. Thank you. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.
And then thank you, Joyce, for being